I feel kind of bad making this joke now because these guys have actually done a wonderful job of trying to be very accommodating, but I already wrote it down. So, I have a couple jokes about the fact I use a walker. Unfortunately, it isn't on stage with me because there is no ramp to the stage, but I understand this is mostly audio listeners, so I suppose it doesn't matter. Just if I pass out on stage, that's why. What is up with stages anyways, being lifted off the ground, by the way? Probably has to do with reverb or something, but personally I think they just don't want people with wheels speaking publicly. Joke's on them because I'm ambulatory. Ambulatory means able to walk or stand for short periods of time. Please remember that vocal word, it will be on the test. This, by far, is not the most inaccessible place I've come to do a show. My first time I went to the Down Low, and getting off topic a little bit here, if you have wheels, do not go to the Down Low. It's not worth it. If you can walk, do whatever you want. I don't care. But if you're someone like me who has to have your partner carry your walker while you crawl down the stairs, it's not worth it. Especially not to do 3 minutes of your stand-up set while being heckled by the drunkest man you've ever seen. Obviously, I knew about the risk of hecklers. I'm a stand-up fan. I've seen the clips on YouTube. But I don't feel like I was properly prepared for the experience of a positive heckler. Sits right up next to the stage, constantly laughing and interjecting about how funny you are. And what am I supposed to do? Tell him to shut the fuck up? He's complimenting me. But I'd say it went pretty well as far as an open mic stand-up set goes. When I realized this was being live streamed, I had some second thoughts. Figured if I got up here and couldn't do my set, I'd just sing the Hatchetfield musicals instead. Because if there's one thing people love more than children doing stand-up, it's children doing musical theater. You may be wondering why I use my walker. Her name is Violet, by the way. And that is because I have what is called dysautonomia, which means I pass out from overexertion really easily, among a myriad of other things. People ask about it all the time. It's one of the first questions I get asked upon meeting someone. 1, can I pet your dog? 2, what is this thing? 3, why can't you walk? One time I was at the Silver Dollar Fair, and one of my classmates comes up to me with their mom. Now, I was not close with this person. Like, I did not know their name. But they come up to me, and their mother, first thing, asked, why can't you walk? And this classmate, without missing a beat, responds, oh, if they try to walk, they'll fall over and die. Having wheels isn't all that bad, though. You can, sorry, I'm trying to think of the benefits of having wheels. People almost always open the door for me. That's nice, because Lord knows I can't open them myself. That sounded sarcastic. It was not. I struggle to open doors, and it's not my fault. It's the door people's fault for making the doors so freaking heavy. Every time I go into my bank, it feels like I'm rolling a boulder from the Nezavir tunnels. Fun fact, I had to look up that because I forgot the name of the tunnel complex. The best jokes always require research. Up here tonight with me is my lovely service dog, although he would love to be in the crowd with my boyfriend instead. Do you want to go? Yeah, bye, buddy. It's a very common misconception that he's an emotional support dog because I clearly need emotional support, just look at me. There are lots of differences between emotional support dogs and service dogs, but a key difference here is that Theo goes out of his way to put me in emotional distress. It's very stressful having a service dog, especially as your first dog, and he brings with him a lot of unwanted public attention. One time we were in the Roseville Mall, so we were in the elevator with these parents. They had a baby in a stroller, probably why they were using the elevator. And I don't remember which one said this, but one of them looked over and went, "That's a beautiful dog. He has such a big mouth." And I, before I could stop myself, responded, "Yeah, he could eat your baby." I'm a convert to Islam, and converting religions is certainly an experience. It's very nerve-wracking, you know? There's the feeling of like never being as valid a member of the community as the people who are born into it. Converting to Islam comes with a lot of work. You have to pray 5 times a day, you have to learn Arabic, you have to stop cursing. Clearly, I'm not doing well on that front. But the thing I wasn't expecting was to lose my whiteness. I grew up with all this lovely privilege, and now it's gone because everyone thinks I'm Middle Eastern now. One time, I was hiking on my neighbor's property. This man has known me for 10 years, and he pulled out a gun because he didn't recognize me. To be clear, I don't mind people thinking I'm Middle Eastern. I do mind the gun. And it makes sense, you know? Most of the people see me very covered, so they have to go based off the eyes, and I think it's very easy to assume my race incorrectly. However, when it comes to people guessing my race, there's one answer that continues to baffle me, and that is people who assume I'm Indian. Really? I'm out here being the palest bitch in India. I've definitely noticed a difference, though, in how people treat me. People say things to me, mostly older white people, which would be insane to say to any other white American. I remember I work at a rock store, and these 2 ladies come in, maybe around their 70s or 80s. I'm showing them around the store, and one of them turns to me and says, "You're so exotic. I want a rock from where you're from. What country were you born in?" And I responded honestly, "Oregon." Apparently, they did not like that answer because they immediately left. I have a lot of fun interactions at work, actually. A few days ago, these guys come in with a few crystals they want to sell. They ask how much they're worth, and I quote them our wholesale prices. They immediately get offended, say they're not going to sell them for that low. But they stay. They insist I call my boss, and they wait for him to get there. So I've got about 20 minutes with these people. It was a barrage of questions. I think they liked it when I couldn't tell them what exact rock something was because it made them feel smarter than me. And there are a lot of people that are smarter than me. These men were not those people. They saw this beautiful case in the store with all the minerals organized by color, and they point to the green shelf, and they ask what it is. I ask, what rock specifically? Because they're organized by color. And he says, no, the whole shelf. I say, those aren't actually organized by type. They're by color. My boss's girlfriend did it. And he responded, oh, so she doesn't know anything about the rocks? She just thinks they're pretty? My boss said he would have kicked him out if he said that to him. All right, the timer isn't there, so I actually don't know how long I've been up here, but I'm gonna leave now.